Eni Aluko has publicly apologized to Arsenal legend Ian Wright following a controversy sparked by comments she made on the BBC Radio 4 programme Woman's Hour. The former footballer had suggested that Wright, who has been a vocal advocate for women's football, was dominating coverage of the women's game and hindering opportunities for female pundits. Wright, a passionate supporter of women's football, has often worked as a pundit for the Lionesses matches and regularly appears on football-related broadcasts. However, he has only featured as a pundit in one Women's Super League (WSL) match and participated in ITV's coverage of 2 games during the 2023 Women's World Cup. Despite his involvement, Aluko's remarks focused on the broader issue of limited opportunities for women in football, especially in roles like coaching, broadcasting, and commercial spaces. In a heartfelt apology posted on Instagram, Aluko clarified that her intent was to address the lack of opportunities for women in the football industry, not to criticize Wright personally. She said, "Ian Wright is a brilliant broadcaster and role model whose support for the women's game has been significant. In my interview with Woman's Hour, I was trying to make a broader point about the limited opportunities for women in football, whether that's in coaching, broadcasting, or commercial spaces, and the importance of creating more space for women to thrive on and off the pitch. But it was wrong for Ian's name to be raised in that conversation, and for that, I sincerely apologize. I've known and worked with Ian for many years and have nothing but love and respect for him." Aluko's original comments had been made in an interview with Woman's Hour, where she expressed her concern about the dominance of men in both men's and women's football media spaces. She said, "I will never be able to usurp Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. These are guys that have done it for a long time, they are brilliant broadcasters and rightly dominate their sport." Aluko then applied this reasoning to women's football, commenting that the same should be true for women in broadcasting the women's game. "I've worked with Ian a long time and I think he's a brilliant broadcaster. But I think he's aware of just how much he's doing in the women's game." She continued, stating that there should be more awareness about the need to create space for women, stressing the limited opportunities that currently exist in the growing women's sport. "We need to make sure that women are not being blocked from having a pathway to broadcasting in the women's game. It is still new, it is still growing. There is a very fine amount of opportunities and I think that men need to be aware of that," Aluko said. When asked if she thought Wright's involvement in women's football as a pundit was wrong, Aluko responded carefully, suggesting that it was more about fostering awareness and creating pathways for women. "It's still new, it's still growing. There's a finite amount of opportunities and I think that men need to be aware of that," she explained. Aluko stressed that the growing space for women in football requires equal consideration and the creation of equal opportunities for all genders. Aluko's apology has been widely recognized, with many acknowledging her commitment to promoting equality and the growth of women's football.